Cities pummeled by restless bombing. Crowds piled into makeshift bomb shelters. Innocent civilians, young and old, are dead. And the numbers are only climbing, because when the rich wage war, it's the poor who die. Whenever injustices take place, often those who have no say are left to suffer the consequences. War, conflict, and bloodshed involve unequal power relationships, where the rights and the needs of a weaker group are subordinated to those of the dominant group. This sort of injustice is often rooted in ideologies of exclusion that are deeply embedded in materialistic societies and are difficult to alter. And the empathy gap often lays bare other injustices, such as xenophobia, racism, bigotry, and discrimination. In a time where humanity is progressing by great leaps and bounds, sadly, it is also dividing. The history of mankind is replete with instances of organized warfare, torture, and persecution. More recently, events in Cambodia, Lebanon, Germany, Iran, Iraq, India, Afghanistan, Indonesia, and now in Ukraine show just how desperately far we are from peace and unity. The peace and stability of the world is being jeopardized and put at risk on a daily basis. In some countries, leaders and governments are failing to fulfill the rights of their people and are inflicting grave cruelties and injustices upon them. Where modern technology has been a force for good, it has also been used for evil and destruction. A golden principle in response to these injustices lies in the teaching of Islam, which states that our desire and motivation to fulfill our own interests should always be matched by our desire and motivation to fulfill the rights and interests of others. The Prophet of Islam, peace be upon him, said that a person should desire for others whatever he may desire for himself. Selfishness is the root of injustice, and in order to establish peace, Islam also places great emphasis on the fulfillment of one's trusts. This teaching is the model of democracy that Islam champions. In every society, there are mutual trust and obligations placed upon all people. And for the society to function successfully, it is necessary for everyday citizens as well as the leaders to fulfill their responsibilities towards each other with true justice. Sadly, the world is currently progressing in the opposite direction. The more we distance ourselves from ensuring true justice at all levels of society, the further we recede from recognizing just how intertwined our collective fates really are. We must pursue the rights of others with the same zeal and determination with which we pursue our own. We must broaden our horizons and look at what is right for the world, rather than that which is only beneficial for us. This is the way to achieve peace. His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, the worldwide head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community and the Caliph of the Promised Messiah, peace be upon him, has been warning for many years that the greed and selfishness of nations would lead to catastrophe. He has explained that, unquestionably, the consequences of any escalation will be horrific and destructive to the extreme. And so, it is the critical need of the hour that every possible effort is made to avoid further warfare and violence. Because the only way forward, the only way to progress is through peace.